like diabetes, sugar-related diseases, pressure-related diseases, in partnership with county governments. I must also thank Your Excellency the same way I thank the members of the National Assembly and senators. I must thank the governors of the Republic of Kenya because they have supported every program where we have partnered between the county governments and the national government. There has been zero resistance. There has been zero politics because we are used to the past politics of fighting devolution, and any input from the national government to the county governments has been embraced by the county governors and the county governments wholesomely. I commend the county governors of Kenya for their patriotism. Your Excellency, under universal health care, as of this morning, we have registered 29.8 million Kenyans into Taifa Care, which is historic because we are coming from 7 million 7 million Kenyans under NHIF. You can imagine from 7 million to 29.8. I think in the next 2 weeks we will reach the 30 million mark. I can see the governor of Mombasa. Mombasa continues to lead. As of this morning, 932,000 residents of Mombasa out of 1,190,000, 78% are enrolled under Taifa Care. I see the other governors are trying to incite me to also mention, I will not name them, but the top 5 counties for purposes of record is Mombasa, followed by Bomet, followed by Elgeyo Marakwet, followed by Kirinyaga, and Tharaka Nithi closes the top 5. Your Excellency, it's only that we are in a formal meeting. I would have asked that question. Your Excellency, sir, what we need to fine-tune to improve our universal health care going forward are 3 things. 1, we need to improve on the health commodity supply chain. There are still a few gaps in the health commodity supply chain system. Number 2, we need to improve on the actuarials of the universal health coverage to make sure the premiums that are paid are able to provide quality packages for all kinds of treatments across the board. And thirdly, we need to fine-tune the issue of fraud. We must fight fraud. The biggest threat to any public medical insurance around the world, in all countries, the biggest threat is fraudulent claims. We must overcome that challenge, detect fraud, deal with it when it happens, and make sure that we secure UHC into the future. Your Excellency, in terms of equipment, we are under the National Equipment Support Program, which all counties again have signed to. We are placing specialized equipment to replace the now decommissioned MES program with the National Equipment Support Program. So we've made a lot of strides in the health sector. In terms of education, number 4, Your Excellency, education. When you were sworn in office, there was a lot of hue and cry. Everywhere we went, citizens used to tell you and to tell the rest of us, if you get into office, abolish CBC. Today that noise has died completely. Why? Because immediately you were sworn in office, you established the Presidential Working Party on education reforms. High-level experts, stakeholders, students, lecturers, and all the people in that space contributed to the streamlining, the reforms that we have implemented that streamline the CBC program. Transition has been going on. We just transited into grade 10. I'm told we are now 99-point-something% transition into grade 10 in the 3 pathways. There is still work to do, but at least we provided clarity on the CBC program. We have employed 100,000 teachers. Our commitment in the manifesto was 116,000 teachers. We will close the gap this year. And we will celebrate that milestone as well, because we discovered during our campaigns that there was a poor student-teacher ratio. By that time, it was 1 teacher for 45 pupils or students. Today, we have reduced that ratio from 1 to 45 to 1 to 29, one of the best in the world. Even the developed countries, it is somewhere between 1 to 25 and 1 to 30. So we are doing well. The textbook ratio in our country is among the best in the world, 1 to 1. The textbook student ratio of Kenya is among the best in the world, 1 textbook for 1 pupil or student. Your Excellency, we have built 23,000 classrooms. 7,000 of those classrooms have been built by members of parliament from the National Assembly through CDF. And 15,000 classrooms have been built through the national government. Your Excellency, we have also been able to employ 3,300 tutors for our TVETs, and we have also achieved a number of things. Number one, we have increased the budget in education from where it was in 2022 when you took over. The education budget was 500 billion. Last year, it was 702 billion. This year, it will be 738 billion. Going forward, we also have increased capitation for universities. Funding for our universities has moved from 45 billion in 2022 to 82 billion last year. Funding for the Higher Education Loans Board to provide loans has increased from 17 billion in 2022 to 41 billion last year. In terms of tertiary education, Your Excellency, what have we done? Number one, we have increased enrollment, because when you came to office, there were more students in universities than in tertiary institutions, which is it's not the way it should be. There should be more students at the lower levels, including tertiary institutions, and less in the university. We are trying to correct that anomaly. Have certification in technical related subjects. That's what we have done on education. That's number 4. I'm not doing so well. Number 5, Your Excellency, is infrastructure. And infrastructure, I'll speak about 4 things. One is the roads program that I had stalled. In 2022, many roads had stalled because of lack of money. Those roads stalled in 2019, 2020, 2021. There was no money. When you were sworn in office, President William Ruto, we had pending bills in the road sector of about 190 billion. Those bills were verified and they came to 177 billion. They have all been paid. The 177 billion of pending bills has been cleared by the broad-based administration. And thanks to Parliament, because they helped us pass some of the regulations that has helped us have innovative financing models and securitizing part of the fuel levy to be able to clear those bills. In the last 3 years, we have completed 2,143 kilometers of road. With the clearance of pending bills, 6,000 kilometers of new roads or stalled roads which are stalled, 6,000 kilometers are now being built across the country. And Your Excellency, as I travel around this country, I really get impressed. Some of the areas where citizens had given up hope on tarmac roads, I have seen those roads with my own eyes. Niseme nisiseme. From Mandera to Ramu, to Kitoka Lamu, Gare, from Gare, Elwak, Kobo, Kotulo, Tarbaj, Wajia, Samata, Modogashe, Garbatura, Kulamawe, Isiolo. 750 kilometers of a road under this administration for the first time in northern Kenya. 750 kilometers, the largest, the longest single road project ever to be initiated in the Republic of Kenya. Karibu niulize Rais Ruto ni fire si fire. But since this is a formal meeting, sitauliza. There is another road which had been approved to be gravelled, but President Ruto changed the instructions and said it should be tarmacked. From Lamu Port to Ijara to Garissa, all the way to Isiolo, 421 kilometers. It's being tarmacked as we speak. Over 50% of that road is now has been done. I have seen roads which have been forgotten, like Taveta, Chala, Njukini, Olerai, Rombo, Ilasit. It's now okay. It's work in progress. I've seen the dwelling of Changamwe, Mariakani. I've seen the dwelling of Mtwapa to Kilifi, going into Malindi. It's ongoing. And the flagship one, Rironi, Mau Summit, which is being worked on as we speak. So there's a lot of progress. That is the roads. Electricity. We have increased the connectivity of electricity from 8.8 million households in 2022 to 10.3 million households in 2025. And we are on course towards universal electrification by 2030, as was envisaged in Vision 2030. Our connectivity in electricity now is 66% nationally, one of the highest in Africa. Some of the African countries are still at 11%, 18%. Your Excellency, in terms of affordable housing, markets, and hostels, this is part of public infrastructure. And we've done well in that front. 230 active sites in 44 counties. Contracts now approaching, with the new contracts that are being signed now, we are approaching 800 billion of contracts under affordable housing, markets, and hostels. Already, service units ongoing, 7,500 for the police, 15,000 for KD. And the list is long. That is what we've been able to achieve under affordable housing, markets, hostels, and institutional building space. So in infrastructure, I will also put in ICT achievements. What have we done in the last 3 years? 30,000 kilometers of fiber optic connectivity, 316 ICT hubs complete and are being used. Another 400 under construction, ICT hubs. We have business process outsourcing centers which are operational. One is in Tatu City and a few others. We also have, in that space of ICT, we have distributed 20,000 devices, computers, in many of our ICT hubs. That is what we've done in infrastructure. Number 6, jobs. Very quickly, this affordable housing, hostels and markets program has created 500,000 jobs. The target is to reach 1 million jobs by the end of the year. The ICT hubs and the Kazi Mtandaoni program, 300,000 jobs. Other than the 500,000 jobs in the housing and hostel space, we have Climate Works, which has created opportunities for 142,000 young people, starting with the Nairobi River project, but also in other projects. Your Excellency, we have Kazi Kwa Ground, and the Kazi Kwa Ground is the 100,000 teachers you have employed. It is the 500,000 teachers and affordable housing and hostels. It is the 142,000 climate works. It is in 10,000 security officers recruited in the last 3 years, the police, the military, and in the many other recruitments we are doing in the public sector, and the many opportunities created in the private sector because the economy is recovering. Kazi Kwa Ground. Under the Kazi Mtandaoni, I have said 300,000 people, young people are working. Under Kazi Maju, 538,000 young people working abroad under Kazi Maju. And they have not gone there by chance or by trial and error. It's because of deliberate government interventions. Which ones? Eradicating recruitment cartels and fake agencies, signing bilateral labor agreements to protect our workers abroad, providing a green channel for passports of young people who have a contract so that in 2 days they get a passport, providing a grant to assist them buy a ticket and acquire a passport through the Youth Enterprise Fund. These interventions is what has promoted the Kazi Maju program. We have now 538,000 young people. We want to target 1 million young people by the end of the year under Kazi Maju. Enterprise support for young people. The Nyota program, Your Excellency, which you have been presiding over, the first component of Nyota, which is business support, has reached 123,000 young people. All the components of Nyota will reach 820,000 young people. And you have directed us to look for ways of expanding that number into 1 million, even 2 million. And we are working on it, both under the Nyota program and also the KJET program, which is a 20 billion program which will equip small enterprises with the equipment, and we've never built a stadium. The 2 stadia which were there, the main one, Kasarani and Nyayo, were dilapidated. President Ruto and his broad-based administration has been able to renovate Kasarani to FIFA standards and also Nyayo. But we have also built the most iconic sports stadium in this part of the world, the Talanta Sports City, which is going to be like our main flagship sports city for our country, and as we look forward to hosting AFCON next year. Your Excellency, you're building another 24 stadiums in other parts of the country, from Nanyuki to Voi to Wajir to Homa Bay is complete, Kitui is complete, Kinoru in Meru is complete, and many others. Your Excellency, allow me to talk about security reforms as I wind up. We've been able to introduce the Police Equipment Modernization Program, which has helped us to crush terrorism and banditry. We've now suppressed the terror that was being visited on many people because of terrorists, extremist groups, and bandits to a big extent because of the Police Equipment Modernization Program, a 20 billion 5-year program that has already, I think, spent over 13 billion shillings under your leadership. You are implementing, or we are implementing, the police reforms in terms of welfare. Just last week, an announcement was made for increment of their salaries. The lowest prison warder and police officer will get an increase of 48% of their basic salary. This has not been done in a long time. We are building houses for them. We are providing medical and life cover for them if they get hurt in the line of duty. Your Excellency, for the KDF, the modernization program is also running smoothly, and we want to thank you for those reforms. In terms of our road traffic safety, just this week we went live on instant fines. That should be able to reduce the road accidents and make drivers accountable. And we are going to see a drastic reduction of road accidents because of the cameras and the instant fines that we have introduced. So that's what we've done. Allow me to end, Your Excellency. I know I've exceeded my time. I don't know why the leaders have not rung the bell. Let me finish by projecting the future. As you have led us, Your Excellency, you have told us Kenya is punching below its weight. For far too long, we are struggling, yet our potential is big. Through your leadership, Your Excellency, we've been able to crack the difficult issue of how we finance our modernization and transformation. And you have told us it is possible for us in one generation, as has been done in Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea. We are able to transform Kenya from the third world economy status to the first world. Other countries have done it, we can do it. China, for example, pulled 800 million people from poverty in 40 years between